Whether Melchizedek was Jesus or he was a type of Jesus, type of the Messiah. What I want you to understand is this: even if Melchizedek was not the Christ and it was another personality who once lived in the ancient times, but still being a symbol, an image, a representative of the soon coming order of Melchizedek. The book of Hebrews talks of the rank, the weight of this man, that he was still, even if he was not the Christ, he was greater than the great patriarch Abraham. Big enough. He's telling the Hebrew people that your father had to be blessed by such a man, because your father Abraham was inferior. He is lesser than Melchizedek. You need to begin to question who this character was. Greater than Abraham, and yet God had to make a covenant with Abraham, who was inferior to Melchizedek. Why would God make a covenant that transcends dispensations right into the New Testament? In the book of Galatians, Jesus had to die so that the blessing of Abraham, not of Melchizedek, of Abraham might come upon the Gentiles. And the book of Hebrews is saying, consider how great this man was. If he was greater than Abraham, then God would have rather had a covenant with one greater. Who was he if he was a mere personality? Consider, take time to look into the greatness of this man. Never call him a mere man. If you are really considering this man, you understand that he was bigger, greater than your father Abraham, to the degree where he blesses your father Abraham, meaning that your father Abraham had no blessing. He was blessed by one greater than him. Even if that man was Shem, the son of Noah, there must have been an indwelling. Even if Shem was Melchizedek, I would want to believe that that Shem was also after the order of the actual Melchizedek, not the Melchizedek himself. If the man that Abraham met and he gave tithe, if that man was Shem, it means that there was an indwelling of Melchizedek. Just like we are born again today, we have the Christ in us, we have Melchizedek in us. For him to be greater than Abraham, there must have been somebody greater inside of him. The Shem, if it was Shem, there must have been an indwelling of the Christ in a personality, for that personality to be considered greater than Abraham, who was yet to be born again. So I'm saying this to at least allow you to keep your belief, in case you find it difficult believing that Melchizedek was Christ and you think it was another king. Okay, but still that king was supposed to be of the order of the actual Melchizedek. Why I'm saying so, it is because of the description, because that's not even the name of a person. King of righteousness. Who else can be the king of righteousness? Who else? Even an angel, holy angels of God, are not kings of righteousness. This shows you that this man was so great, he was so big. He has no beginning of days, no end of life. A clear description of the Christ. No beginning, no end. If there is no end to his existence, it means even as we are speaking, he's still around.